Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Today I have a Temu haul to share with you. As usual, everything will be linked down in my description box below. I will include the ID numbers for the items so that if you are in another country, that you can hopefully still locate those items if you are interested. Also down in the description box is my Temu affiliate code, my affiliate link. My affiliate code is AFW16205. That is for people who have either never shopped Temu before and you want to download the app, or if you have deleted the app and it's been 2 weeks and you or more and you want to try it out again, then you can use that code and you will get a percentage off of your first order and a coupon bundle to use for future orders. All right, I think that's everything that we needed to cover before. Oh, if you're watching and you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. I would appreciate it very, very much. All right, let's go ahead and get started. All right, so our first item for the day is a set of Christmas ornaments. They were described as glass and PVC. I paid $6.78 for them. They are currently $9.28 and you get 18 decorations. So this was how they came, just in this bag. They did come also with some ribbon in here for attaching to them for hanging on your tree. So like I said, you got 18 pieces, so there were a few different styles in it. The first being this icicle style, so it is nice. You get 5 of these. Then the next one was this one here, and you get 5 of those also. Just a kind of teardrop part at the bottom and then little links up above. Then there is this snowflake one. So you've got the big snowflake and a smaller one, and then just the pendant part at the bottom, and you get 3 of those. And then this is basically the same, just a smaller version, and you also get 3 of these. And then lastly is with the smallest little snowflakes, and this one you get 2 of. So I said that they were described as glass and PVC. There's no glass on these. I'm disappointed in them for that reason. They are all just like a clear plastic, and I don't know, like, they're fine. I'm sure they would look really pretty on a tree, but when it's, you know, listed as being glass and PVC, I expect it to be glass and PVC. So yeah, I don't know. There's absolutely nothing on any of these that is glass. It's all just like a plastic. So they kind of look a little cheap, but like I said, at the same time, I think hanging on the Christmas tree, you know, with the lights on and twinkling and stuff, I think they would probably look nice. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep them. Just, yeah, I don't know. I have some icicles already that are nicer than these and are actually glass. So yeah, I think they're probably going to go back. They're just a little disappointing. Probably would look nice, but yeah, I think I'm just going to go ahead and send them back as not being as they were advertised. So the next item that I got was a artificial cedar wreath. I paid $9.21 for this. It has been discontinued from the seller that I got mine from. I did find another listing with one that looked very similar. It was the same measurements, and that one was $9.09. So this is supposed to be 16.5 inches in size. Now, maybe silly on my part, but I kind of thought that that was going to be more referring to like the actual wreath mold sort of part, that's the frame of it, I guess, and it is not. So this plasticky frame here is only just over 10 inches in diameter. So it is smaller than I was expecting. It does measure, yeah, it's more like 15.5 maybe, not 16.5 as far as the width of this. I mean, I could, I guess, fluff these out a bit more and it would reach to the 16.5, but Yeah, it is very, very nice. I do think that it is very realistic looking. I don't think anybody from a distance would know that this was just like kind of plasticky. The branches here do move. I don't know. It didn't say there was wire in them, but I do feel like, you know, you can sort of move them and they will stay where you put them. So I do really like it. My intent with it is to kind of, you know, decorate it up some. I thought I would add some little battery operated lights to it, and then maybe some Christmas ribbon. I don't know, maybe some other stuff. Just have to see what I find, but ideally I would have preferred a little bit bigger, but you know, I've got this. It is nice. I think once I decorate it some more, it'll look really, really nice. It does have a little part at the here for hanging it. So yeah, I am happy with it. It is just, like I said, smaller than I expected, but good quality, looks really nice. The next item that I got is a Silkscreen. I got this for $3.10. Currently it is $4.05. The listing has 22 different silk screens that you can choose from on it. I got the one that has bows. Hopefully that is focusing on it and you can see the design. And size of this is 4.1 by 3.4. And yeah, I've bought multiple silk screens on Temu to use with my polymer clay, and I get a really nice result with them. You do need to make sure that you are cleaning them right away. You don't let the paint dry on them, otherwise they will get clogged and they won't give you a good result the next time. So I just have a little tray with water in it that I just put them right into after I've used it, and then I can go about what else I was doing and then clean them up later, as long as they stay in the water and therefore the paint won't dry, and then you can clean it up later. So yeah, super happy with this. I think the bow design is really, really cute. The next item that I got was a set of, they're called cement pigment powders. Now, I'm not doing cement work, don't worry. I got this to use with polymer clay, to use it to color the clay. I paid $14.88 for this. The seller that I got them from, it has been discontinued. I did find it from another seller, at least it looks very similar, for around $13.50. So on the listing there were two options. You get 6 colors in a set, so they had 2 different options. So there's 12 colors altogether, so you can buy one set of 6 or the other set of 6. So the one that I got has yellow, orange, red, then rose, purple, and bright green. Now, these work well as far as like they are quite pigmented, so you don't need a lot of it in order to color the liquid clay, or if you were, or a regular clay, or if you were doing cement, I don't think you would need a whole lot of it in order to tint it. But to me, the colors are just not very, very nice. I will say each container has 50 mils, but you know, this is the yellow, and it might look a little bit brighter on camera than what it actually is. It's a very mustardy kind of color, very dingy kind of yellow, which just isn't the nicest. Then this is the orange, which to me looks like a light reddish brown, like an orangey brown, but definitely does not look orange. This is the red, and it looks a little bit more red on camera than what it is in person. This very much just looks like a rust kind of color. So again, like I'm expecting red and I'm getting like a rust brown kind of color. You know, not what I wanted. Now the green, the purple, and the rose, not bad. So this was the pink one. So that is a nice bright color. The purple also turned out pretty accurate to what the powder looks like, and you know, purple, and it is purple. And then the green, now this one is called bright green, and I will show you some of the colors that I got when I mixed it with some liquid clay. Now, they're not going to be exactly accurate because of how sort of dingy they looked. I did end up adding some alcohol ink, like brighter colored alcohol ink in it to try and brighten it up. But yeah, it's just, so here's the yellow that I got. So I added a bunch of like regular, like bright yellow alcohol ink. And this is still, you know, it's still a mustardy looking yellow. The pink is nice. The green, I did add some alcohol ink to that as well. So, I mean, it is green. It's a nice green, but I wouldn't really call it a bright green. And then this is what they're calling red. This is not red. Does not look red. It's just brown. It's just kind of an ugly brown. Then we've got the purple, which turned out quite nice. I didn't add anything more to that, so that is strictly just the cement powder. And then this one is the orange. Again, does not look orange. It looks like a brown. So a little disappointing on the colors. The other set I know had like, it had a bright red and a bright yellow. So, but considering this is supposed to be the bright green, I don't know how bright they would be. So I think if you really kind of look at the listings and you see the colors and you go based off of that rather than what they're calling the colors, maybe you would be happy enough with it. But when you're expecting to get, you know, red, yellow, orange, and, you know, you're expecting kind of bright colors just to get these, is very disappointing. So I don't have the packaging from this, so I don't know that I'll be able to return it. I might try and see, but yeah, I don't know, just a little disappointing that they weren't really the colors that they said they were online. The next item that I got was some diamond mini needle files. This is them here. So I got a pack of 5. I paid $3.50 for these. Currently it is $2.52 for the 5-piece set that I got. You can also get a 10-piece set, which is currently $4.25. They are about 5.5 inches in length, and you do get all unique ones, so there's no repeats. So I got 5 different ones, and if you order the 10 pack, it is 10 different files. So you've got just kind of a flat one, and then well, this one is a flattish one. It's got a little bit of a curve to it, and then it does have a pointed end. And then these 3 are all pretty similar. They are just kind of different sizes. So again, with the polymer clay, you know how you get when you start, you know, sort of a new hobby and you really like it and have a lot of fun doing it, and everything seems to relate back to that because that's what you like and that's what you're doing, and when you have spare time, that's what you're thinking of. Yeah, that's me with polymer clay right now. So these will be used along with some other tools that I have for cleaning up, sanding the polymer clay pieces before they are finished to make them into the earrings that I make. The next item that I got was a set of polymer clay cutters. This is them here. I paid $10.68 for these. They are currently $11.95, and as you can see, you get 4 different cutters. These are a nice quality cutter. They have a 0.2 millimeter width of the edge for the part that does the cutting of the clay. And yeah, I just thought these were really nice. Specifically the photos on the listing are really what sold me getting these, because I'll show you in a second here the earrings that I made that were like what they had on the listing. So I've made 2 pairs. I used 2 different cutters and did it in 2 different colors. So these are the earrings that I made, and like I said, that is earrings that they showed on the listing that I just thought were so cute and wanted to be able to make earrings like that. So Really, really nice in my opinion. I really like them a lot, and I'm super happy I have them. So the next item that I got, you did actually already just see, and that is a package of little mini colored tassels. I paid $3.49 for these. Currently it is $3.83 for them. You get 50 pieces in the package. You can also buy a package of 100 pieces, and that is currently $6.64. So like I said, you did just see them on the earrings, but the listing also just had the multicolored set. There are some other listings on Temu where you can buy an individual color of tassels, and because I wasn't 100% sure what all I was going to make, I thought I would go with the multicolored ones, and I do like them. There are also different sizes on Temu. You can get smaller than these as well as bigger than these. So these ones are 25 millimeters in length, so basically an inch in length. And yeah, they all have the gold thread on them and a gold ring. Other listings you can get with silver rings. I don't think I saw any silver ringed ones with silver thread around it. It was usually just the same color thread that was wrapped around it as whatever color the tassel was. But yeah, so again, here's the little tassels, and yeah, I think they're so super cute. I was a little disappointed because from the cutter listing, the earrings that I really, really liked, that really stood out to me, were the ones that were the burgundy color. And I only got 2 of this color of tassel, and even them aren't, you know, they're a bit more reddish than burgundy, whereas online there's some that definitely look more burgundy than red. So yeah, I was a little disappointed in that. I have ordered more ordered more tassels, so we will be able to make more earrings. And yeah, I love these. If you like these and are interested, you can head on over to my Facebook page, Daisy Craft Co., and send me a message and purchase them if you're interested. I am, seeing as I'm just starting out with the polymer clay, I pretty much am selling my earrings for $10 for a pair, which is lower than what a lot of people who make polymer clay earrings sell for, but I just feel like maybe my quality is not quite up to what some people who charge more is. So yeah, yeah, I'm super happy with them. I don't have them listed on my site yet. Hopefully by the time this video goes up though. I will definitely have to do that, seeing as I'm telling people to go check them out. The next item that I got was some gold colored rectangular charms. This is them here. I paid $3.31 for these. They are currently sold out from the seller that I purchased from. Here is one here. So maybe I'll hold up something white behind it to make it easier to see. So there is what it looks like. So this is 45.5 millimeters long by 15 millimeters in width. They were only available in this size and only in the golden color. They didn't have any silver ones. You get 10 pieces in the package. Now, I will say that they were listed as being brass, and I was fine. I was happy with that and purchased them. When I was prepping for this video, I actually scrolled down on the listing, and lower down under the details, it did say that they are brass plated copper, which I don't like. I don't really like copper. I feel like plating seems to come off of copper very easily. So that's unfortunate. Now, depending on what I do with these, they could end up with resin on them, in which case that should protect the brass from coming off. But yeah, I don't think I would order them again, given that they are copper, but they are nice looking. I like the look of them. I'm just not sure how well the plating is going to stay on them. So I wouldn't necessarily say I would recommend them, but I do like them and I plan on using them. The next item I got was a set of Christmas bauble charms. This is what it looks like here. I paid $1.61. They are currently $1.47. These are made of stainless steel. They do have them in both the gold color that I got or in a silver color. You get 3 charms for that price. Them being stainless steel, they shouldn't tarnish, and so that I like. Like I said, don't really like the copper idea, but stainless steel that is plated with either gold or brass and stuff, I prefer that. These are 0.66 inches tall by 0.55 inches in width. I really like the style. I think they're really, really pretty. They're going to make some really nice earrings, and yeah, I'm super, super happy with these. Definitely recommend these ones. The next item that I got is some rhinestone bow charms. I paid $3.29 for these. They are currently $1.94. I did get price adjustments. You only get the 2 pieces, and they are available in the white or clear rhinestone that I got, or you can get them with black. They only have it with the gold color. At least on this listing. There is another listing that you can get a silver color from, as well as a bunch of other different colored stones. So I really, really like these. These are 12.5 millimeters in width. Really is better with the white paper to be able to show them. They are 12.5 millimeters wide and 7 millimeters tall. And yeah, they're super, super pretty. These ones say they are 18 karat gold plated brass. So again, definitely prefer that over the copper, and really, really like these. I think they're so pretty. I did order 2 sets of them. So I've got 4 right now, but I've ordered some more, and I've ordered some in the silver color. And yeah, I love these. I think they're so, so pretty. Definitely would recommend them too. I do believe you can also get a few different sizes of them, so I'm not even sure actually whether the silver ones that I've ordered are the same size as these, or whether there's a difference. But yeah, I just think these are so pretty and will look so nice on some Christmas earrings. The next item that I got is called a Magic Dust Cleaner. I paid $1.79. It is currently $2. You only get 1 package, and they just send whatever color. I don't know what all colors they have of it. It looks like the one I got is a yellow color, but I think they had like a green, maybe a blue, and a pink. I haven't tried this specific kind before. I have previously bought the same type of product off of Temu before, and it worked well. I am going to open this because, to be honest, it almost seems a little more goopy than the last one. For anyone who's not familiar with this, it essentially is basically like slime that kids play with. And what you use it for is for dusting. Mainly, I think most people use it for cleaning their cars. So where you have, you know, little crevices that get dirty and stuff in your car, this way you can kind of squish this into the crevices, and then it picks up the dust. So yeah. Okay, I was afraid that it was more almost runny like. I do think this is thinner than the last stuff I got. But yeah, so it's just, you know, slime. It probably is just the same stuff as kids slime. So, but yeah, so you just take that, you know, if you've got like your air vents or cup holders, if you don't have removable liners for your cup holders, then you can just kind of squish this down into wherever, and it will pick out the dust and stuff so that it can clean it. And yeah, it worked well the last time I had one of these and tried it. I mean, it does get pretty gross looking after doing it. And yeah, then I guess you just throw it away when it's dirty enough. But yeah, it's, you know, fun to play with. So even if you don't want to clean with it, you can just sort of squish and play with it. I will say that it actually has a nice smell. Kind of like a cleaner type smell, but it's pretty nice smell. I quite like it. The next item that I got was a set of chalk pastels. This is the packaging here. I paid $7.07 for these. They are still $7.07, and that was for 12 colors. They do also have sets of 24, 36, and 48. The most expensive, the 48 pack, is currently $22.44, and the 24 and the 36 pack are in between. So this is the box, and it has like a little foam sheet kind of over top of it to protect them. And then this is what they look like. So it did also come with a little finger dauber thing for blending if you are using it for, you know, doing artwork and stuff. My intent with this is with polymer clay. I know I'm a broken record, polymer clay. But people use these for adding some color accents on things. For instance, if, you know, you're making like little gingerbread men or something, and you want it to look like authentic, like a cookie would look, where it might be a little darker around the edges, you can use the brown and kind of, you know, some people will scrape some powder off of the pastels and then just apply it. You could apply it with this, or you could use like a little brush or something. But yeah, so that is the intent that I have with it. The reviews did also, there was at least a few reviews of people who were using these for doing artwork, you know, drawing or coloring or whatever type stuff, and the reviews seem to be good as far as that. But I'm sure they will be perfectly fine for my purposes, just to add a little bit of color onto some of my polymer clay pieces. Yeah, I am excited to have this nice variety of colors. The next item that I got was a set of earring display stands. I paid $6.38 for them. They are currently $8.60. This is them here. So there is a set of 3, and they are just made of a clear acrylic. And you get the 3 different sizes. So the smallest one is about 3.5 inches. Middle one is 4.3, and the biggest one is just over 5 inches. Quality of them seems quite good. I did have a little bit of trouble with one of them getting the post inserted into the bottom, because they do come unassembled, but once I got it in, it was perfectly fine. And yeah, I know I've hauled other earring stands before. I just liked the idea of these ones being the clear acrylic, just that they just then won't take away, say, from the earrings. If I've got earrings that I'm photographing, it's just, you know, you're not really seeing the stand, you're just sort of seeing the earrings, is my thoughts. The next item I got was a set of mini silicone molds. This is them here. So it is a set of 12. I got these as a free gift with purchase. To buy them right now, they are $13.72, and like I said, you get 12 pieces here. They are all floral designs. They're all unique, so none of them are repeats. There are maybe a flower or two on a mold that might be on another mold as well, but none of them, like the full mold, is not like a repeat. So yeah, do I need 12 mini floral molds? Probably not. But, you know, it gives a nice variety of flowers, and the fact that I was getting it as a free gift, yeah, I'm happy to have them. And these are just for using. You could use these with resin if you wanted. I will be using it again with the polymer clay. And yeah, so you just take some clay in whatever color and you just push it into the mold, and then you can just trim off the excess, and then you can pop them out. If you're having trouble with them sort of deforming when you're trying to pop them out, you can bake in here, or you can even just put it in the freezer for a bit so that the clay will firm up, so you can pop it out without deforming it. So yeah, super happy with that. I will insert a little photo here to show an example from the listing as to some of the flowers that you can make with it. But yeah, they will come in super handy, and yeah, quality seems good. There are a few, like I said, there's different types of flowers. There's also a couple of molds. This one is really quite thin. Where'd the other one go? There's another one in here somewhere, and it's a little bit deeper than some of the others. So this one here, it's a little bit thicker, so you would get a little more 3D effect with your flower with that one than some of the others. But yeah, super happy to have all of these designs. All right, and our last item for today is a sweater. It is a British inspired hooded cardigan, and this is it here. I paid $35.94 for this. Currently it is $40.86. This was the only color it was available in on the listing. They call this khaki, and it's available in plus sizes 1XL through 5XL. I got the 2XL. This is made of 100% polyester yarn. You will see it on me in the try-on clip. If you watched my previous video, I had hauled a similar looking cardigan to this in a brown color. It was more expensive than this one, and I wasn't sure when I ordered this one because on the listing, the brown one was too big for me. I got a 3X and it was just oversized. So I wanted to get a smaller one, and they didn't have the brown in the 2X at the time. So I went ahead and ordered this one, and I was concerned on the this listing because there were, I don't know, maybe 5 photos, and 4 out of the 5, it looked very much like this color, this kind of beige color. But then there was one photo where it definitely looked gray and didn't look as nice of a knit. So I was concerned that they had stole photos from some other seller or something, and that I was going to get one that looked like more like the gray, and I wasn't going to like that if that would have been the case. But as it turned out, I really, really like this. So it is different to the brown one in that this one is a lighter weight. The knit also feels softer than the brown one. Like the brown one was just more, probably because it was heavier, but it was just a bit more rigid, whereas this is a bit lighter, so it just feels softer, and yeah, it's just feels nice and soft and cozy, honestly. I just really like it. The other thing, from the front, as far as the design on it, like the pattern, like this kind of crisscross on this side, and then the other side has some of the more like a cable knit. I believe the brown one was pretty similar on the front. The difference partly is that the back of this one, sorry, it's hard because it's long, but the back of this one is just a plain knit, whereas the brown one did have like the cabling sort of pattern on the back as well. So it does have a hood. It has like patched sort of pockets on the front. There are 3 buttons on it. They are just a black plasticky button, not the nicest, you know, nothing real fancy. Probably won't wear it done up. I might, you never know. I may change the buttons out. I may look through, I have a little stash of buttons. So I may go ahead and change them out, maybe to something brown as opposed to the black. But yeah, this sweater is so nice. I was so bummed when the brown one was too big and I wasn't able to order the brown in a smaller size, because I just thought it was such a nice sweater. But I guess things work out the way they're meant to be, because I ended up ordering this and I like this one better than the brown one. Just, it fits better obviously because it's the right size, but it's just softer. I really like the color of it, and it was cheaper. So, you know, I'm really, really happy with this and definitely would recommend it. Alright, so that is everything for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the haul. I know there was a lot of craft stuff in it, and you know, unfortunately that might be the case for the next few videos too. That's one thing about Temu. Temu, when you start looking at things or you buy things, it just starts showing you more of that stuff. So I find it hard sometimes scrolling on Temu to find other things to look at. So I'll be scrolling and it's showing me a lot of, you know, the craft related stuff, and I'll be like, oh yeah, I would like that. Oh, that would be really useful, you know. So I end up ordering that stuff. So, but we will try to get some more things showing up on my feed so that I have more kind of regular stuff, I guess, not crafty stuff to show. But again, hope you enjoyed it anyway. If you have been watching my videos and are not currently subscribed, please consider subscribing. Enjoy the rest of your day. Have a wonderful weekend. If you're looking for other things to watch, hey, go check out some other great Canadian haulers. There is Trendy True North with Tina, The Loving Klutzes with Lori, and a newish one is Chancery Overload, I believe is what it's called. His channel is called, and his name is Sean. I don't really know Sean. I know that both Lori and Tina have recommended his channel, so yeah, if you want to check out other Canadian content creators, go check them out, and we'll see you next time. Bye.